Hello Pisces, welcome to my channel Love It or More. This is going to be your zodiac sign for July 2022, Sun, Moon and Rising. I'm keeping it nice and simple with the Celtic cross today, okay? So we'll start off with the sound bowl just to tune into the energy. So nice deep breath in. And exhale. Okay, Pisces, let us see what July has in store for you. I'm using the fountain deck and I will be cutting the deck. Ooh, Seven of Swords wants to jump out there. Okay. That's the Three of Cups. Okay. Current energy, we have Ace of Swords. Crossing that is Ace of Wands. Yo, okay. Okay. You're kidding me. Conscious thoughts, Ace of Coins. We've got three aces here. Holy moly. Okay. What's beneath you is Three of Cups. Past, Eight of Coins. Future, Two of Coins. Attitude, Seven of Cups. That card always makes me laugh. She looks so confused. Which cup do I choose? Okay. Environment, the Empress. Very nice. Very, very nice. Hopes and fears, Five of Cups. Will you lose it all? And the outcome is the King of Wands. Yo, my goodness, Pisces, this is full on. You've got so many beginnings. Like the world is just kind of like opening up for you. We're going to clarify before I start my... it's almost like you see the truth. You see the truth of something and it's kind of... You don't know if you can take this Ace of Wands because now you see the truth. It's a bit distracting. Okay, and your thoughts are like, well, can this, I don't know whether this Ace of Wands, this new project, this new fire in my belly, this new passion, whatever that may be, it could be a person, it could be a situation, it could be a move, it could be a house, anything that really is quite passionate. Now that you're seeing it clearly, you're like, oh God, I don't know if it's going to be the thing that can really go the distance. Do I trust it? Is it going to pay? Okay, so we're going to cut the deck and do in the same order, Spirit. Please. Ace of Swords, we have Four of Pentacles. Ace of Wands, we've got the Queen of Pentacles. Ace of Coins, we have nice, Six of Wands. Three of Cups, we have same card, Five of Cups. Past is Eight of the Emperor. Eight of Coins with the Emperor. Two of Cups, we have, sorry, Two of Coins, we have the Three of Wands. Your attitude, Seven of Wands. Your Empress, which is your environment, we have the Page of Pentacles. Hopes and fears, Five of Cups, we have, yeah, you see it jumped up before as well with the other deck. Oh no, I lied. This is a 7, 2, 4. No, this is the 5. This is fine. Five of Swords, Five of Cups. Not good energy, by the way. And Eight of Swords with the King of Wands. Okay, so Pisces. It feels like you have been given some sort of... You've been working on something very hard and it's put you in a very strong position with that Emperor in your past. Okay? You've been working really, really hard on your long-term sense of security, making sure everyone's kind of happy and cared for at the same time, making big, big, big plans. And I feel like you've been working really, really hard. But you stumbled upon some sort of truth and you're trying to keep it under wraps. You're trying not to give it too much away. It's almost like you have information about, it could even be about money. So it could be related to the situation at work here, but it's like you're trying to figure out how I feel like you're kind of saving for the future, and you're building a plan, you're building an idea. You could even be building a house, and you're starting to see the light about how you can build for the future. But I do feel like you're not letting anyone on here. Now the thing that's crossing you is an Ace of Wands with the Queen of Pentacles. So it could be someone else that you are involved with, where it's perhaps to do with the situation at work, but it's interesting. There's someone crossing his energy over here. So it feels like this could be someone quite close to you. Perhaps it's something new, like a new passion, and remember, non-gender specific. So the Queen of Pentacles could be a person who's kind of resourceful. It could be obviously an earth sign, and it's a new beginning with this person, but you're not giving them the information. You're not telling them what you're planning for the future. Interesting. Now, where your focus is at is really kind of rising above the rest, being celebrated. And I feel like you will be celebrated. I feel like you're going to get some sort of recognition, award, reward, money coming in. I mean, we've got so many aces here. It's almost like, you know what happens when everything happens all at once? Like, you could be in a drought for ages. Things could be stagnant for like even 2 years. And then all of a sudden, everything just falls into your lap. And it's just so much is happening in one go. You're like, oh my God, I don't know how to handle it. But the fact of the matter is that you sort of powered through to make this happen. Now, all of a sudden, you might have new love. You've got perhaps new sort of finance coming in on new projects. And now you're seeing things in a whole new light that you didn't see before. And it's like a bit overbearing, right? But it's all kind of really excitable energy. I almost feel a little bit worn out as well. So with the Ace of Coins, the forefront of your mind is where your money's at, okay? And how can you be recognized for the efforts that you're doing? How can you sort of rise above the rest, perhaps kind of move on in either like improvement, so whether that's self-improvement, whether that's kind of promotion, whether that's a new home, anything like that. It's how can I make this coin and let it really kind of go the distance. I think you really got your mind on where you put your mastery and where you put your money, okay? But I don't feel like you're kind of letting on to this little situation here. Now, it could be that there's something else that could be quite exciting in and around your sphere, aside from this thing that you're working on, and it feels like you don't you're not bridging the two together, because this is crossing that. So the Ace of Wands is a challenge to the illumination there, that truth serum, that understanding. So even if you've got this new project going, it's exciting, but you kind of deep down, you know, I don't think I'm going to go the distance with that anyway. So I'm just going to keep my cards close to my chest. I'm going to hold on to what I've got, save up, because I've got a different plan. Now, there has been a situation like it's deep down. There has been a situation that you have, regrettably, so it's some sort of situation in the past where there was some sort of gathering, a reunion, and coming together with friends and family, or work, a networking situation. There's something that you regret over that, okay? Because we've got that 5 of coins, sorry, 5 of cups there. So it does feel like there's a little bit of embarrassment. For some reason, I'm saying embarrassment. A little bit of embarrassment, also a little bit of regret over something from the past. And it's still kind of seeping in. So even though you've got these brand new beginnings here at the forefront of your mind, you still have deep down, the past is still kind of haunting you a little bit. Now, in your future, I see you juggling your finances. You're basically taking on so much at the moment that you can't take on anything more, really, okay? Because, I mean, we've got three aces. I mean, gee whiz, because I don't think anyone could. But that is going to take some time for you to keep those plates spinning. So you won't for the immediate future, for most of July, it's going to be that case of just kind of keeping all the plate spinning and keeping it all to yourself. Your attitude about things is that you're not quite sure which way to go, because even though you're taking on so much, you don't really have the time and the space to do so. And whatever choices feels, because you've got this Six of Wands, which is basically being recognized and being cheered on, and this great, wonderful new opportunity, right? Wonderful new opportunity. It feels to me like you might be a bit spoiled for choice, and there's a tendency to, it feels like you might need to defend your decisions to other people, maybe even this Queen of Pentacles. So this person could be a person around you. Well, it's someone else around you. It could be anyone really. It could be a family member, it could be a friend, it could be a loved one. It could be a work colleague. Okay, it's someone that could be connected with work, but it's really someone who you're very close to, and that's why you're not letting on what is going on here. You know, you don't want to give too much away until you really have planned it, because you've been planning steadily and strongly by yourself. And it feels like now that you've opened up choices for yourself, opened up opportunities, the sky is a limit really. And but you feel that you may need to defend your decisions to perhaps a Queen of Pentacles. Remember, non-gender specific. What I really love about this is that your environment is at Empress energy, meaning that you've really got that creative spark at the moment. Anything you put your hand to turns to gold this month, okay? And it's really, really powerful. I mean, he's getting the Page of Pentacles as well. So everything, you really are moving from a really creative, abundant point of view, where everything is just birthing more and more and more and more and more and more. You've totally created this for yourself, and it's really, really prosperous. So I can understand why you wouldn't want to kind of let anyone stand in your way. I feel like someone's trying to stand in your way, and it may not be that they are doing it deliberately. It just could mean that they don't get it, or they don't quite understand how much you've put into this situation, how hard you've been working, and how much you've been planning for this abundance. But I feel like the abundance is flowing. The hopes and fears is basically like, the hope is to kind of let go and move away into this new opportunity for yourself with that Ace and Six of Wands there, Ace of Coins and Six of Wands. The desire is to sort of cut ties with anything that's kind of holding you back, because you're not letting on to anyone, right? Or to this particular person. And it feels like you're cutting ties. You just want to move forward as quickly as possible, swiftly, without damaging anyone. The fear is that you might still be regretting it, okay? The fear is that people might get hurt along the way. So those are the hopes and fears. Something from the past, definitely something that you are regretting, but he's not looking behind him at the two cups that are behind him, which represent the future, those two cups behind him. So the hope is that you make a swift exit and follow along your path. The fear is that it might catch you up later down the line, or people might get hurt, okay, by saying, you sort of wanting to sort of say goodbye. It's that typical thing of like, you know, misery loves company. So when things aren't going well, you know, you've got loads of friends in the same vibration, but when things start falling into your lap, it's kind of like, well, the people who love to be miserable, they don't want to hang around you anymore, because you now don't represent the misery that they are so used to. And it's kind of, now then you have to say goodbye, right? Then you have to distance yourself, because those two vibrations cannot actually match. They cannot coexist in the same area or region. So naturally there is a distancing. So in order to sort of go within your King of Wands, I feel like this is your energy. It's the outcome for July, that you really are stepping into that King of Wands energy. But I feel like you might feel a bit trapped in that situation, so that you've agreed to something, you've taken that leap of faith, you're taking that new opportunity, and because you've distanced yourself, you feel like you might be stuck on your own. Okay. It could also be a situation where anything that was regarding perhaps a new project that you wanted to get involved in, but then you decided, no, something else is better that's come along, I'm going to choose something better here. that, you know, you might be sort of tied into some sort of dealings that you feel it's going to kind of keep you from spreading your wings. This whole theme for this reading is very much about freedom versus restriction. You are basically have been working extremely hard to create your own sense of freedom, and it seems like how these cards are playing out is that for you is representative of financial abundance. It's representative of where you can you always have your sense of security, and so that's the momentum that has been pushed in this direction about freedom, freedom, freedom. It's freedom in many senses, but it feels like the money is the thing that's going to, according to these cards, it's like the money is the thing that's going to help that freedom go. And it feels like you get some of the freedom, but you might, then we've got this restriction over here. It's a type of self-sabotage where you kind of commit to something and then you feel, well, I don't have my freedom anymore. Okay, so this month is really kind of that push and pull energy of wanting to have your freedom, but not really wanting to kind of being a bit sort of tied to other people or older situations. And it's a real kind of push-pull, tug-of-war kind of situation. Really, you're wanting freedom. Freedom is with you. The Empress has freedom because anything she puts her hands to turns to gold, as I said. And it's just kind of ever perpetuating. So I think trust in your freedom, trust in your willpower, and where you can, when dealing with other people, if you have to say goodbye, be as compassionate as you can and as gentle as you can. And whatever choices you decide to do, if you can, it's best not to get on the defensive side, but rather kind of a bit more matter of fact, more compassionate, more gentle. Those are the things that are going to help you move to the direction you want to go in without feeling that you're going to have to say goodbye and people are going to get hurt along the way. Everything changes all the time. We all go through seasons in our life, and we need to sometimes say goodbye to people who have been very significant in our lives, very helpful. They've been teachers, they've been lovers, they've been parents, whatever they've been for us. The season often comes to an end where you're ready to graduate to the next level, and I feel like you are, because you've worked really hard at it, but there may be the tendency to get a little bit triggered by something somebody says because they don't really get how much you've worked so hard towards this. So unless you understand where those triggers lie and try and be as compassionate and as open as possible, you won't have any need to feel kind of bound and trapped by that situation. Because when we're talking about freedom and restriction, it could be the situation, well, okay, you might have all the money in the world, you may have a private jet and you can go to anywhere in the world and stuff like that, but if you feel like someone's still got a tie on you because they didn't quite understand and you flared up because they didn't understand your point of view, you are not free. You are still, that is a thing that's still tying you down. Okay, so that's the only advice really. But I mean, this is amazing. You've worked really, really hard for this. You deserve all the rewards and all the success that this is bringing. I mean, this is success, 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 success. I mean, it's amazing. So you worked really hard for it. So as long as you can allow and you don't really have much time to sort of be dealing with the small details right now. You're spinning all these plates. But if you're going to, if you feel yourself getting triggered by somebody who doesn't quite understand your vision, then it may be best just to kind of soften to love and give it 5 minutes just to explain in as gentle a way you can, because people do find themselves feeling isolated or alienated when their loved ones venture off on, into pastures green. They feel sometimes left behind, and sometimes there will be, but it can be done very gently. So let us get an oracle card to close this reading off. What does Pisces need to know, please? Ooh, okay. Thank you. Starseed, what lights you up? You see, you've got to follow your passion. You've got all these three aces over here. You've got to work with what is actually bringing you joy and excitement. So some of you may resonate with being a starseed, which would be like the first incarnation on planet Earth. Ultimately, we're all originally starseeds. I recognize myself as a starseed because I do channeling and they've told me so. But really, what this card is talking about is what lights you up, what makes you different from the rest, what kind of gets your juices flowing and your and the butterflies in your stomach. Those are the things you need to follow. Sometimes it requires saying goodbye and distancing yourself from other people because they might just not get it. But if someone else doesn't see your light truthfully and authentically as you see it now, because we are always expanding and growing, then a goodbye is necessary with love. Okay, so that's all I've got for you, Pisces. I hope it resonated, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.